everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is going to be a really cool video for me to make because I got some questions from you guys about dog/pet products that I really like for my dog, or that he really likes for himself, I guess. So my dog's name is Katsu. He is a 6-year-old English Labrador Retriever. You may hear him panting in the background during this video because he's literally like sitting right there, or lying right there. But I did get some questions about some products that I like for him, or a request to do an unboxing video related to like dog stuff. Back in the day when he was like a puppy until about like 1.5 years old, I used to do like a BarkBox subscription, and I also tried another subscription called PupBox, and I accumulated like way too many snacks and treats for him back then to even go through. He actually is very delicate with toys that he has had in the past, so he even has a toy that he got in his very first BarkBox. It's like this tiny little rocket ship squeaker toy. But yeah, that little toy is still intact. It's like 6 years old literally, and he's just very gentle with playing with things, so that's why it's still around. But let's get into this video and I will show you a few products that we really like. So first up, I have this right here. It's called Sleek Easy, and this is a grooming tool. I actually recently just got this and we tried it out last night and it actually works pretty well. So if any of you guys out there have a pet, like a dog or a cat that like sheds a lot, maybe they have that like double coat or undercoat that needs to be brushed out, you might want to consider getting this tool. We have definitely tried other grooming tools in the past, and I will say, you know, some of them are pretty good, some of them work. I know this looks really basic. There's another similar tool that we've used that basically kind of like holds the fur in the comb area, and then there's a button that helps you kind of clean everything out. This one doesn't have that, so it does get a little bit messy, but what I found with the other tool that we have, it snags on his fur a little bit, and I think it kind of pulls maybe like a couple strands of fur, and it kind of like surprises him and he gets a little bit scared. It probably hurts a little bit too, which is why I was looking for something else. And what I like about this, it is really gentle. Basically you are, you know, controlling the pressure of this, and the like teeth on this, or whatever it's called, it's very shallow, so it's not really getting too far in there. So what I really like to use this for, and where a lot of his like undercoat gets stuck, is on his legs. And that's where the other tool becomes a little bit more difficult to use, because the hair on his leg, like kind of in his, I guess it would be like his thigh area, it's a lot shorter, and that's kind of where I think it's like scratching him a little bit too hard. So I tried this last night and it works to break things up really well. I can't say I like de-shed my entire dog and that he doesn't have an undercoat problem anymore. He definitely does. Lots of fur comes out of this guy like all day long. But I have found that this works, and it let me be a little bit more gentle when I was brushing him, and he seemed to be okay with it. So I'm so glad that I have this. It was pretty cheap. I found it on Amazon, and I will leave links down in the description box in case you want to check any of these items out. So next up, I wanted to talk about his leash. So we primarily use a leather leash whenever we're taking him out. I will insert some words here because he knows what these words are. He's coming to check it out. Come over here. I'm holding this up and he's getting really excited behind the camera. He didn't want to come and sit close to me, so we'll show him later. But yeah, we like to use a leather leash because if you have a big dog that likes to pull, nylon leashes just basically gave us rope burn on our hands, and leather leashes are easier once they are broken in to hold and like grip a little bit harder. It doesn't like slide through the hands as much as a nylon leash does, in my opinion. And so we do use a nylon leash on him when we're giving him a bath, because he thinks bath time is playtime. So Labradors really like water, and so Katsu thinks that bath time is playtime, and so we have to secure him to something or else he's just gonna be running around like crazy and we can't give him a bath. So in that case, we do use a nylon leash because it can get wet. We sometimes throw it in the washing machine when we have to, but otherwise when we're out and about, then we use this one right here. So this one was pretty cheap. I got it on Amazon for $20-something. I will also leave a link to this one down below. This one is braided right here. This is the little hook to hook around his harness, and there's a little braided portion up here as well. So this one we've had for like about 3 years. It's like super broken in. It's very like soft and flexible now. I am considering getting him a second one just for a backup. But yeah, leather leashes tend to last a really long time, and I've had them for my other dogs as well. Next up, I wanted to show you guys his harness. So this is a harness by a small local business called Who's a Good Dog, and I think it's such a cute name for a company, but he's like staring at me because he knows what this is too. But the reason why I really like harnesses that are like this, it has a hook that goes up on the back and then one also that goes in the front, like on the chest area. And we really like harnesses like this because also if you have a big dog that pulls, I know that's another like training issue, but he's been doing this since day one, and we've been trying to train him to not pull as hard, but really he'll do it and he'll pull until he's tired and he can't pull anymore. So this is our solution for the time being. Hopefully one of these days we can train him to be better at walking. But even if you have a puppy or really young dog that's really large, and maybe you're still working on training them to walk nicely, having the harness attached to the front of the chest helps, or definitely helped us figure out how to control him a lot better rather than having a collar and a leash on the neck. And so that's one of the reasons why I like a harness like this. We've gone through a bunch of different harnesses over his lifetime, you know, when he was growing up, from when he was a small puppy all the way up until now. He was actually a little bit heavier before he went on a diet, and so we had like a large size harness for him at that time too. I had gotten those on Amazon, but something that I noticed is there are some harnesses out there that this piece right here, when you're like tightening it or loosening it up, sometimes these on certain brands or however they make them will like slide around. So what I noticed is, what I noticed in the past with some of the other harnesses is we would have to adjust it a lot. Even though it was still pretty new, we would have to adjust it as we were walking with him, and that got kind of annoying. So you really have to find ones that you don't constantly have to adjust, and I found that Who's a Good Dog is a pretty good one. There's also another one that I have by a company called Wildebeest that we like to use. This is kind of the backup that we have to that. We do run these through the washing machine occasionally as well. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be doing that, but dogs get dirty and we want to clean their harnesses. So yeah, I really like, blue is my personal favorite color, so I like to put blue on him. You know, he's a black lab, so blue looks really good on him as well. One thing that I thought was really cool with Who's a Good Dog is you could pick the different colors out of a variety of, you know, options that they had, like purple, green, like all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I think this color blue looks really nice on him. Next up, I have this collar. I'm just holding his dog tag because it has my phone number on it. But this one is by Dog Plus Bone. They had a lot of really cool like bright colors. At first I thought this was going to be a little bit too bright for him to wear. I haven't had him wear like a turquoise color before, so I thought it was going to be too bright. Normally I go for like a royal blue, but yeah, this one looks really cool on him, and they have a bunch of different colors on there as well. They have different styles, and they also sell harnesses kind of similar to Who's a Good Dog, but I just like to, you know, change things up. As you know, I like to change things up for myself. I like to try different things for Katsu as well. But yeah, this is a color that we're currently using, and I really like the color. It seems to be really durable so far. This has also been through the washing machine as well, and it's come out perfectly fine. But I also have a Wildebeest. I have a Wildebeest item that I'll share with you guys today, but he also has a Wildebeest collar, so we do have these on rotation. Next up, I have this little bag dispenser here. This is by the brand Wildebeest, which I mentioned. I also have a collar and a harness for Katsu, and they're not all matching in this particular color, but yeah, I actually found that I really like this company. It is a small business. I can't remember what state they're in, but one of the reasons why I really like this particular bag holder is because when we first got Katsu as a puppy, and Katsu, like, this is not the first time I've had a dog. This Katsu's my 4th dog, but you know, times have changed over the years, and things that are available, companies that have opened. And so back when he was a puppy, we actually just went to like the pet store and got one of those like packs that came with bags and a holder, and it was like one of those plastic ones that are pretty cute, like shaped like a bone, and it kind of like twisted in the center, like it's screwed on. But what I noticed, I guess, if you know, maybe if you have a little bit more energetic dog, and when you're taking them out and this thing's like bouncing around as you have it attached to their leash, that would unscrew and come apart, and like a roll of bags would just run away. And so obviously that is not something that I want to keep happening to me. And so I started to look at some other bags like this. It closes with a Velcro down at the bottom. It has a little clip here that you can either clip. Sometimes I clip this onto, like if I'm wearing jeans, I clip it onto a belt loop. Or if you have a leash that has a little metal thing. You can clip it onto here like that. Our leather leash does not have that, but one thing that I think is really cool is the way that this is made. You can open up the Velcro part and put the leash through it like this, so that when it's attached here to your leash, it's really secure as you're walking along. And that's what I actually think is really cool about this. So like I mentioned, unfortunately, I do not have a little loop that I can hook this onto, but this is, I guess, one of the ways that it was intended to be used if you happen to pick up this bag holder. They did make a little upgrade to this. I have an older version that does not have this like black rubber piece coming around here, so the other one works just fine as well. It's just that it's a little bit easier to pull the bags out of that one. This one definitely like holds the bag like tight within the little holder. So and they don't make the old version anymore. It all looks like this. So yeah, I think this is really good, keeps everything really secure, and it doesn't like open up and my bags don't go running away from me when we're out. So that was the main reason why I really like this bag holder. All right, so as far as bags go, we've been trying these two. They're both by the company called Earth Rated, and I am totally open to any of these suggestions you guys out there might have regarding bags. I know it's kind of like a hot topic issue because all bags are not created alike, and you know, trying to look for more eco-friendly options out there. Yeah, so anyways, I'm open if you guys have any suggestions. These are just the two that I personally have been using and have been liking. So these darker green ones are supposed to like be formulated in a way where they can break down better in the trash, and these are okay to compost. They're made out of corn, I believe, and so these are the two options that I'm aware of. Again, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs of how all of the different bags break down. Definitely something that I want to find like the best possible option, but there's just a lot out there. So yeah, as I mentioned, if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them for me down below. But the reason why I really like these bags is they're really thick, and if you have a big dog, you can definitely appreciate a thick bag for reasons I don't feel like I need to explain. But yeah, so these do the trick for me. They tie up really nicely. I've never had any issues with these. Like, they've never leaked or broken or anything like that, anything you don't want to happen. And so that's the reason why I like these. But yeah, if any of you guys out there have big dogs and have found other more eco-friendly options out there, please leave them down in the comments because I definitely want to check them out. All right, and the last item that I wanted to mention to you guys, I will also insert some footage of us using this. So this is a tool from Waterpik, like Waterpik that makes, like, I think they have some kind of thing that can floss your teeth or something, but this is called the Pet One Pro, and it looks just like this. This is almost Katsu, only it's a chocolate lab. But yeah, this is the second one. I actually stepped on the other one and broke it, but this helps us give him a bath so much easier. So we usually give Katsu a bath at home. I know there's a lot of folks out there who take their pets to a groomer, but yeah, we've always given Katsu a bath at home, and this actually really came in handy. So we'll take him outside and literally wash him with like a garden hose. And initially we're doing that without any like nozzle attachment at the end, and the water straight out of the hose onto him like that. If you have a lab, you can probably relate. I feel like they're like water repellent or something like that, so we could never really get his fur wet. All the water would just like bounce right off of him, like slide right off his fur. And so I happened to find this on Amazon, and the spray here, it definitely like gets through the fur and really like gets him wet, so that when you put like soap and everything on him, it lathers up. It actually lathers up. It's not just like water bouncing off and he's still staying dry. So that's why I really like this tool right here. It also helps us rinse him off more efficiently too. You can definitely see all the soap really gets out of his fur and gets rinsed out. It has two different settings. So one where, you know, the entire wand is turned on, but then if you click it the other way, like half of the stream of water comes out in like less pressure, like a more gentle stream. So sometimes we'll turn it on to the small one to like wash his face off, and then, you know, all of it to rinse the rest of his body. But yeah, this is, I don't know what I would do without this tool. That's why after I stepped on the other one we had and I broke it, I had to replace it like immediately, and thankfully it came around before the next time I had to give him a bath, because giving him a bath without this in between was really a struggle. So in case you're wondering, there are different attachments. There's one that you can put in your shower and the other one that you can use outside with a garden hose, which is what we do. And then there's like a little hook here. I guess if you're gonna use it in your bathroom shower, you can like hook it on there when you're done. But yeah, this is super convenient. All right, well, the last thing I wanted to mention that I don't currently have near me at this very moment, I will put a picture of it up on the screen. This is the shampoo that we use for Katsu. So Katsu actually is very allergic to a lot of things. He has very sensitive skin. When he was a puppy, we were using puppy shampoo on him and that worked just fine. But once he got to an adult and we started using like regular, like adult dog shampoo on him, his skin started to flare up. He was getting like all these red patches on his stomach. It was kind of like irritation. He was itchy. So this is the only shampoo that we've been able to find that cooperates with his skin and I guess is gentle enough. I'm not like, we're just pretty cautious about trying anything else just in case it irritates him as well. But if you guys have any advice on, you know, sensitive skin shampoo, we've definitely tried like the oatmeal thing and you know, all that kind of stuff. I personally am allergic to lavender, so we can't use that. But yeah, even some other shampoos that did say it was like for sensitive skin or oatmeal based or something like that, it really wasn't working out. This is the only one that we found just by chance that's been doing really well for him, so that's what we've been using. But yeah, totally open to other options because I don't know, you know, just as like a backup or if we want to change it up a little bit. But yeah, I just like to have like other options just in case. But I know that there's a lot of products out there and maybe we just didn't find the best thing for him yet. All right, you guys, well, those are all the products that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm sorry Katsu really didn't want to come sit down by me and be on camera. I was hoping that he was gonna like sit down right next to me and we would film this together, but he was like pacing around forever and you probably heard his collar like as he was shaking and all that kind of stuff. We are gonna go do something fun, insert words right here because he knows what all of these words mean and he's just gonna get all crazy. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did and let me know if you have any pet product suggestions for me down below, or if you have a pet, what kind of pet you have and what their name is, because I am definitely a pet mom. This shirt says, I just want to be a stay-at-home dog mom. So that's my life. I want to do that. That's not what I'm doing. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.